Well, the flames billow out and the sparks were certainly flying for Arsenal in that cracking Champions League success against Lyon. But Villa still riding high on the success against North London opposition in their last game when they came out on top against Tottenham Hotspur. Really big boost for her team, that. And those couple of victories gave them a nice cushion over Crystal Palace, which has now become cemented in terms of WSL status for another campaign. Nervy times for her in both of those games, though. They were trailing 1-0 at Liverpool midway through the second half. Won it with a late own goal and then won it with an even later Hansen goal at Spurs. Pacheco going for glory. Find it. No goals in the WSL this season for her. The last time she scored in the... And they've dealt with it really well so far. Not having it all their own way this evening, and Hansen has done well to engineer a corner for Aston Villa. When they've got it wide, Arsenal have been found wanting a couple of times. Backpedaling here. Moy does enough to prevent the ball coming in. Not many give Caldente the slip like that. Neatly done by Missy Bo-Kearns. Former Arsenal player Jordan Nobbs with the corner, which very tricky one though, because it was going away from her. Tough to generate too much. Just a reminder, in terms of the WSL title race, if Arsenal fail to beat Villa here, Chelsea will win their 6th WSL crown in a row by beating Manchester United. Kelly fancies her chances against Pacheco, but Pacheco has got back at her at the expense of an Arsenal corner. Short to Kelly. Back for McCabe. This could be dangerous. Excellent closing down by Nobbs. Oh! But then pinball in the area and Villa survive. Then found themselves in big trouble at the other end. It's an excellent save from D'Angelo, isn't it? And now Villa on the attack. Salmon. Oh, brilliant stuff. Nobbs in the middle. Can Salmon find her? She can. Big chance. Big goal. The former Arsenal player Jordan Nobbs puts Aston Villa in the mood for more. Kearns. Dangerous cross. Pacheco will collect. Easy for Zinsberger, but it's been far from easy for Arsenal. And now there's a real test. They are 7 different from the side that started against Lyon, so you wouldn't think fatigue's an issue, but they've been very casual again there, and they could be in serious trouble. Kirsty Hansen, who scored in the last couple of games, blasts this one narrowly over the top, but for the umpteenth time tonight, Arsenal slack outside their own area and they get away with one. work for her and her coaching staff to do at the interval, which is still a good quarter of an hour away. Well, there is confirmation of how things look at the moment. Chelsea play Manchester United later. One back well and found Hansen here, who's gone for it. Oh! How about that from Kirsty Hansen? An absolute banger to put Villa 2-0 up. And Chelsea now will have a massive chance, you'd have thought, to win the title tonight.
The goal scorer for Aston.
Well, after the joy in the Champions League, it's despair domestically for Arsenal now, but take nothing away from this hit from Hansen. Again, the Villa press doing the damage, and Hansen, who's been the hero in the last. So here come the changes then. Lotte Fubenmoy, one of those to go off, with Leah Williamson taking her place. Cooney Cross departs as well, with Little in for her, and Russo replaces Paylova.
Triple half-time substitution from Arsenal. Replace number 3, Lotte Fubenmoy. Number 21, Victoria Paylova. And 32, Kira Cooney Cross.
So Aston Villa get this second half underway. From their perspective, they are heading for a first home victory since December. And also, it would be 3 wins in a row in the WSL after those back-to-back away successes. But there is no getting away from the headline. That is, Chelsea will have the chance to be champions unless Arsenal can turn this around and win. And here's another chance. Oh! Incredible, right at the start of the second half. Grant has scored and Villa have 3. And Arsenal's ever so faint title hope has almost evaporated before our eyes. Well, it's just one long ball over the top. There is a suspicion of offside there.
Number 23, Chastity Grant.
But as Chastity Grant chases it down, she gets in between McCabe and Zinsberg. Concession of that third goal to Chastity Grant. Second WSL goal of the season. The other came against Manchester City, so she reserves her strikes for the big guns. Now, here's half a chance, but no change for Blackstenius. It's a pretty simple heave over the top, isn't it? Blackstenius well onside. Just running away from Miri Taylor, who then got back at her well. Oh, good try, great save. Williamson on the end of it, but D'Angelo, good keeping. McCabe, well, that sort of sums up her day so far. They look tired, they look fatigued, they look like they've just come off the back of a draining and emotional Champions League semi-final. Well, that's a decent try though from Caldente, which is clutched by D'Angelo. For Villa, who are without a clean sheet in 12 WSL. Maritz. Looked to me as though Grant was clipped there, but play's gone on. So I'm saying Arsenal have been free scoring, 3 or more netted in all of their last 7 WSL games. 29 scored in their last 7, but nearly an hour gone, and they've drawn a blank in the Midlands. Helps it on, and Hansen on the charge. Got Daly one way, Grant the other. Oh, and it's through here. Daly! This is absolutely astonishing. Arsenal are being torn apart. Aston Villa 4-0 up and flying. And Chelsea will have the chance to win the title tonight. That much is for sure. Arsenal, who gave Lyon a lesson, are now being schooled themselves in the sunshine at Villa Park. It's well worked, but it's far too easy. Daly's onside, lovely weight on the pass, had the strength to keep her feet as well, and then poke it beyond Zinsberger and in. Arsenal shredded here by a crisp claret and blue counter. And there is no coming back from this for Arsenal. Even if they were the Arsenal we've got used to seeing, it would be a tall order. But the disjointed and discombobulated Arsenal that has arrived. And they're at it again here. Kern's ball. And over goes Daly. She's not going to get anything from Grace Lowe. Well, again, Arsenal flat-footed and nearly made to pay. Don't think there's enough in that from Katie Reid. Arsenal could be in here and have scored. Well, they are still a long way away from being able to change the outcome of this game, but they are on the board, and Villa will be disappointed with the manner of it. Long ball over the top, and Blackstenius kept her cool and whipped it beyond D'Angelo and in. Finally, Zinsberger, 20 minutes to play then. 20 minutes for Arsenal to try against all odds and prevent Chelsea having the opportunity to wrap up the title tonight. It's Villa have won it again in a good area. This time Daly decides to retreat rather than advance. Handy ball in from the newly arrived Robinson. Last time Arsenal lost by a 4-goal margin was in 2013 against Liverpool. Reduced the deficit to just 3. Blackstenius, forwards in the middle. Russo wants it as well. Back by Mead. Now Reed. Oh, good ball, and in from Russo. Well then. All of a sudden, those travelling supporters have just a glimmer of hope. Reed with the ball into the near stick, Russo with the intelligent run. And when a player like Alessia Russo gets on the end of a ball like that, there's only one outcome usually. Villa come forwards now. Perhaps the fact that Villa's backline is very much makeshift is starting to give her some uncomfortable moments. Have dropped the second most points from winning positions this season, Villa, 13. Given the nature of their defence, really patched up and makeshift, as I say, although here goes Grant now. And Grant with a chance to make it 5, which she's done. Well, this is absolutely epic. Villa might have been a little bit worried by the fact that Arsenal scored twice in quick succession, but Natalia Arroyo's team have just got up the other end and grabbed another. Chastity Grant does it again. Quick give and go, well worked, but again, it is really poor from an Arsenal perspective. Telepathic link-up play to allow Chastity Grant to get. Williamson. Ford. Not given any time on the ball, and that's been a trademark for Villa. And Robinson is looking to add further gloss to the scoreline. What a moment this could be, but she didn't catch hold of it. Marnham's effort charged down. Well, the Villa fans singing, "We lost the league at Villa Park," which is a bit of a stretch, because even if Arsenal had been victorious here, Chelsea was still very much in the box seat. But Rennie Slagers will see Chelsea confirmed as champions if they pick up a point later against Manchester United by virtue of this thumping that they've received. It's an awesome Aston Villa performance that has put Arsenal to the sword and put Chelsea on the brink of winning the title tonight.